Good morning, YouTube. How you doing? Kevin here, coming at you with another awesome video of the KE102 build. Alright, so I'm just looking at the motor. I got some stuff going on today. We're going to, not today, but we're going to replace the sprocket here. We're going to do new sprockets, new chains, all that type of stuff on a refresh bike. This is going to get an electronic ignition. Then when we put the cover on it, where it says Kawasaki, that's going to be green. The engine's going to be black, and it's going to have Allen head screws, hardware. Not these ones right here, just the ones that hold the cover on. I don't know. I might go all out and do the whole thing. I'm picky like that. What I wanted to talk to you guys today about is the intake side. So the problem is when we get the aftermarket carburetor, which is bigger than the factory carb. Carburetor is a tiny little dinky little thing. It's an obsolete carb. The one we're using is the same one used on the KE102, but it's a knockoff. It's a Chinese knockoff, which is fine for what we're doing. So we're going to use a Chinese knockoff carburetor, and I want to talk to you guys about the fact that it won't fit. Okay, so the carburetor we're going to use is not going to fit with this cover. So when we put this cover on, it's going to be like that. It's not going to fit on there properly. So you're probably asking yourselves, what's he going to do? How's he going to modify this? Well, I'm going today to the machinist, and I got to bring the side cover down and my template right there, and we are going to have them make a 1-inch spacer, and this is going to stick out like this a little bit. Unfortunately, there's going to be a bit of a not a gap, but the cover's going to stick out, protrude out a little bit. So we're going to smoothen this out right here and fill this in so it's all one piece. It flows into the motor. The cover will be back here, and it would step out, you know. But it's going to be a 1-inch, and then we're going to, after that's all done, we're going to build the machinist again and have him build a dome clamp to reduce this giant opening to that small opening so we can use the boot. Because we want to keep it, we want it to remain sealed. We want it to be small. And basically what it's going to do is going to have 2 screws going into each clamp side, clamp the whole thing together, and then the boot will fit on top. And that's the only way we can do that. The modification on this thing is going to be minimal. It's really not that bad. Like I said, a 1-inch spacer. We may end up cutting down the intake a little bit, taking about 1/4 of an inch off, because what's going to happen is there's a tube, there's an intake tube, and it's about that big, and it's going to slide over this intake. It's going to have a clamp here, and then the carburetor fits into the rubber boot, which has the carburetor sticking out further. So we're going to have some modifications. We might have to modify the air horn to fit as well. Now the way this works, the way this airbox system works, yes, I called it an airbox because that's what it is. The way this works is your intake, your air filter assembly sits up top. The air travels down through here, then turns and comes out through here. As it comes around, it hits the curve. See how it's curved right here? It hits the curve and then rotates and flows right into the carb. That's the theory behind it. That is why you have to have your grommets, and I always stress this. The four places: the grommet here, your grommet for your fuel line, your plug for your intake, for your carburetor, and then your filter down bottom there. So it's very imperative that you have those things in places, because your engine could run lean if any of them are leaking. So this is an air box. It needs to be a sealed unit, kind of like on your car. So that's why we're going to do this. So we're going to do this right here. So basically it's going to go the block, a gasket, the spacer, a gasket, and then the cover. So when I go to order the side cover gasket, I'm going to have to order 2. Because it's going to be sandwiched in there. And then longer bolts, of course. So that's how that's going to be. And then on this right here, not this cover, this is my dummy cover, this is my mock-up cover. The Kawasaki is going to be green. What's this Kawasaki? And that is pretty much it for that. We got the Barnett clutch going into it. So it's going to have a Barnett clutch, which comes with the gasket, the plates, the discs, and the springs. And we're going to do that. And I told you guys to soak your clutches in oil, which is what you're supposed to do. There's another thing you guys can do that I was looking into, which is soaking them in what they call friction modifier. But because these bikes are so small and light and duty and everything else, you don't want to put friction modifier in. You just want to soak the clutches in them and then install them. That's what I'm going to do. So the friction modifier is going to impregnate the clutch discs. Then they're going to stand down with the oil. It's going to have some super friction, which is what we want. So they'll be sitting overnight in that. And probably do a blend on that. Probably do oil and friction modifier. So that's pretty much it for what's going on with this thing. And then that'll wrap up this side. We're going to do a new gasket back here and a new whatchamacallit there, automatic oiler, which we're going to turn up a little bit. I'm going to show you guys how to do that because this is going to be a hard working engine. We want it to have a little bit more oil, so I'm going to show you how to adjust that and to accommodate with the carburetor. So, and that is pretty much it for this this side. So once you get the new oil pump, carburetor, and a clutch kit for it for this side, that'll take care of this half the motor. Then we'll do on the other side is just getting the electronic ignition with a, I'm going to show you guys two different rotors. One rotor is balanced, one's not, and we're going to use the balanced one, of course, for harmonic reasons. I'll explain to you what all that is. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty good little bike. So I can already feel it going over 11 horsepower. So we got the mock-up video coming up, but not the mock-up, the weld-up video for the first half of the exhaust, the U-bolt, the U pipe going into the intermediate pipe, going into the expansion chamber, and we're going to weld on the bracket, which I'll be right back. I want to show you guys something. Come on, we're making a video. Alright, so what I had done was I deburred the inside of the pipe. Just basically take a sharp edge and ran it on the inside, so no burrs, because you don't want any metal flakes going in. So that's going to be welded up like that. And then on the back side, remember that exhaust system I cut up, the one I cut in half to show you guys? I used the, I cut the bracket off of it, and that will be welded onto the back side of the muffler. At, somehow, I'm not sure where it's going to be placed until we put it onto the bike. And I'm using the factory bracket on the factory mount to hold up the new expansion chamber. So that's how it's going to be supported in the back. After the whole exhaust system is done, I'm going to end up doing a weight. I want to show you guys what the weight difference is. You're going to be blown away by this. And we still have to do the heat shield. So I got to figure out that. There's going to be a temporary one on the bike so I can ride it until I can figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking I might just do a diamond shaped, make it look badass, because the this one right here is diamond shaped. So, but that's pretty much it for how we're doing this. So I hope this all helps you guys out. Shows you which way I'm taking the KE102. Pretty neat how we're doing this. This is really fun and it's really interesting, and it hasn't been all that expensive, which is really what comes down to it. When you have the machine worked on, the cylinder, piston, and then I'm having another machinist mill the side cover adapter, and this is really cool. This is really cool to be able to do this. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get out of this bike. Just really a shame with that intake though. Man, I can't believe how small. Look at my finger fits in it. My pointy finger. That's a small intake. I wish I could put a bigger intake on there. You know what I mean? Something huge. Too bad it wasn't like moved over a little bit with, you know, like a 30 millimeter. This thing would go like there's nobody's business. But unfortunately it's not. So, but anyway guys, well this is pretty much it for that. I am keeping the heavy duty, what do you call it there, Kickstarter. They make lighter aluminum ones, which you guys can go with if you want to do the motorsports ones. But I really like the way these feel when you kick them over. And I'm just going to do this powder coated green. So that's going to be as high performance as that's going to be. If you wanted to lighten this up, you could drill some holes in it. Take some holes. I don't know, I might do that. I might make a holey, take it over to a drill press and just mill a bunch of small holes in it. It'll still be strong, it just won't be, you know, as thick and solid like that. But it'd be pretty cool to have something like that. You can't go through here, there's a spring in there for your detent. But you can go down the neck. I was thinking like from here to here. You know, just some small holes. Nice, you know, nice order. Boom, boom, boom. Make it, give it a performance look. Even if you did like 3 in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. You know, the more holes you put in it though, it's going to weaken it when you kick it. But where it's cast, I think it'd be nice and strong enough to, I think they handle it. It's definitely thick enough, you know, to put some holes in it. Boom, 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 boom. Probably put like 3 or 4 holes right in this region right here. Make it look cool. You know, and then I'll chafe them, like chamfer them. You know, I'm just making them so they look not just drilled holes. You know what I mean? You gotta want to make sure you get them in a drill press because you want it to look nice. But yeah, because right here comes straight down to here, then it bends here and then it goes here. So I would say from right here to right here, probably put like, I don't know, 3 to 5 holes right in this region right here. But like I said, once again, it will weaken it when you drill them. So you got to be careful with your size diameter. You don't want to put tiny little dinky holes. That would look stupid. But you don't want to go too big where there's no wall on the side. So I don't know. Or where it's thicker down here, you can go with like a couple of sizes up and then taper them down. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things you can do to lighten that up. Whatever you do, you take your material off of a bike. Whenever you take off material, you're removing weight. It seems like that's kind of dumb because there's not really much you're going to take off. But when you figure what you take off here and you take off elsewhere and you take off somewhere else and you take off underneath and you take off up top and you take off on the left and you take off on the right and the front and the back, that all that weight adds up. Even if it adds up to only like 5 pounds, now your bike is 5 pounds light. You know what I mean? Think about that. It all adds up. And when you take off weight, your power to weight ratio changes. You get more power, less weight, as opposed to having power and more weight. So you kind of want to get that to, you know, change. So the more you take off the bike, the lighter the bike will be and the more performance you'll get. The heavier the bike will be, well, it'll hold the road a lot better, but it'll be less performance. You don't want to alter your fins. You want to stay away from your fins. A lot of people are not sure what the coolant with these fins are. These are coolant fins. As you're going down the street, there's air flowing through these, keeping this thing cool. So there's modifications that you can do. You could put a coolant fan on the front of this thing to blow cool air on it to help out with that from a radiator. But we're gonna leave it the way it is for now, and just kind of modify it like that. Yeah guys, this is pretty damn cool. I'm very happy with this. This is awesome. So we're going to be doing another clutch video, and I had a request on crank seals. So I'm going to show you how to get to the crank seals and where they're located, and kill 2 birds with 5 stones, just because we really got bad aim. But don't judge me. So that's pretty much it, and then I'm going to tell you guys about the oil, how to check it, how to fill it, and how to drain it. This one's already been drained, but I'm going to show you guys how to drain it. Anyway, whenever you do these type of projects, there's a lot of residual oil, as I showed you guys in my generator video. So no matter how much you drain it, you're still going to have oil coming out of it. So and it's good. Now's a good time to do it. This motor, like I said, has low mileage on it. Has nothing for miles on it. So these modifications are just, I'm doing modifications on almost a brand new power plant, you know. So this is going to be definitely interesting. I don't want a one kick motor. If I do get a one kick motor, I'll be surprised. I'm looking for a 2 to 3 kick on this one, just because of the modifications done to it. You can get them to start on 1 or 2 kicks, but I kind of want to get a cycle of oil shooting into it first, beforehand. We're going to go over the break-in period. This engine's going to be running before it goes on the 102. We're actually going to mount this onto another frame, put it onto my 100, and break the motor in and hear it run with the exhaust and tune it while it's on there, while the frame is being done. So we're going to tune it, get it done, get it ready, and then we're going to winterize it for the winter, and then we're going to concentrate on doing the build on the frame, which will be the front suspension, the rear suspension, the painting, the modifications to it, the seat, the embroidery, the tank, all that type of stuff. So that's the direction we're going to take this in, and the electrical. The electrical's not going to be modified, but it's going to be washed and cleaned and everything else. So details, and so we have a lot of decisions to make, a lot of different ways we could take this thing. We want it to be cool and functional and street legal. So I'm using a street legal muffler expansion pipe, and we'll have a silencer on the end of it that'll also be street legal. We want to, do it so it's not absurdly loud. We don't want this thing loud. We want to sound like a 2-stroke dirt bike, but we also want it to be functional. And when I go down the street at 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to have people coming out with guns. So we don't want that. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I just figured I'd go over some of the stuff, some of the cool stuff, doing my daily videos, and yeah, this thing is going to be amazing when it's done. Amazing. So today I'm bringing the side cover down to be machined, and find out how that works when I get that back. And I've seen a lot of cool people on the older ones. I saw a guy put cut a hole and put a filter right into that. That was pretty cool. What do you call it there? I saw another guy cut this whole thing out, and he got divots in there and made a diamond plate box, which looked more Mad Max than I'm going for. I kind of want the bike to look like a Kawasaki. I want to look as factory as possible. I mean, unfortunately, this is going to have to be coming out a little bit more because we're going to be stuffing a big carburetor in there. But it's going to be worth it when it's all said and done. So that's pretty much it for me for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you have any questions or comments or ideas. I'm adding that in there. Or ideas. By all means, please send them my way. If I like them, I'll use them. If not, I appreciate them anyway, and I might use them on another project. So just we go out there, keep all that stuff coming, and thank you guys for watching. This is on the KE102 build. I say that because I separate the 100s and the 102. This is going to be the 102 build. As you guys know, some of you guys watch every video I post, and I really appreciate that. That's really helpful, and it's really awesome. I love the feedback. Keep them coming, and I just appreciate you guys. So I really appreciate you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and we're up to we call it, the last I checked, 69 subscribers. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. I'm up over 8,000 views combined on all my videos, and this is just taking off. So I'm really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you guys. I just really appreciate it. I did not expect it to take off like it did. You guys with your Kawasaki KE100s are just awesome, crazy guys. I love you guys. It's awesome, and I love being part of this and being able to help you guys out with your rigs. So by all means, please keep the comments coming. Please subscribe. Tell people about the page, and let's just keep moving forward with this. Well, thank you guys again for watching.